You're alive. I'm alive. Wait, what? The audio stream current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use an audio stream bitrate of 128. How do I change that? General appearance stream output. It already says it's 104. Oh no, it's 48. Well, I'm gonna have to change that later. By later, I mean another day.
このゴミも同然の入れ物を引き取るおつもりですか?
I agree.
その優しさがいずれ制御不能な怪物を生み出すことになるかもしれませんよ。
I agree, Paxton. You are right. But anyway, welcome, hello. Welcome everybody. I am Berteller, and today we're gonna be finishing up Moonshroud Requiem, the introductory event of Sexton. As we go deep into the mother's mansion where she was created. We get to learn a little bit more about this mother and about the Trigen dolls. Before we continue, let me quickly do how do you say that? An exercise for vocabulary. When the sunlight strikes a rainbow in the air, they act as a ring upon a rainbow. The rainbow is a relation of white light on the many beautiful colors. One more time. When the sunlight strikes rainbows in the air, they act as a frame and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light in many beautiful colors. Alright. Sorry. That's supposed to be a vocal exercise that allows you to better vocalize things, which is supposed to be useful for people that speak a lot and have like works that need to be speak a lot, you know, blah blah blah. And this is, well, this is not a work, this is not a job for me, this is like a hobby. If only this could be a job, man. Man, today sucked because I forgot that a friend asked me to like a friend needed a bank account to transfer some money for a job, and he asked me for mine, and I gave it to him, and I forgot about that. And today I was like, I wake up and I was like, 3,000 soles in my bank account. What the hell? And I was like, I was already thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna be able to pay all my debts. I'm gonna be able to buy some cool stuff and some new equipment. And then I remember, oh wait, that's not my money, that's my friend's money that I need to give him back. And then I just sent him back the money, and my bank account went back to be 0. It was like an hour where I forgot about that, and I was like so happy because I was like, God, finally I'm gonna be out of debt. But no, it was just my memory playing a sick joke. Well, at least I got some save up. At least I got some work for this week. which are gonna pay well. So hopefully, man, that should be like my objective for the year, you know, to fully pay off my debts, which it shouldn't be that hard. I just need to get a couple more extra jobs for these couple of months, and I should be able to do it. I've been thinking about, what if I say fuck it and I send, I don't know, my CV to try to get into Starbucks again. Like, I tried multiple times to get a job at Starbucks because I like coffee. I was thinking that it'd be cool to work there where they make coffee. And I got far enough to like get 2 interviews. In two different opportunities, I got as far as get the interview with the person, but they never called me back after that. I don't know if because I'm too old, because I don't have much experience making coffee, or because I don't know, I was always trying to get the half, not the full shift, but the half shift to work there, because, you know, maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want the full shift, people that can work the full shift. That's why they didn't call me. Yeah, maybe I should say fuck it. People that order the coffee nicer there than in American Starbucks. You mean the people making the coffee or the people ordering the coffee? I mean, I don't think. I mean, I don't think people are like bad to the people ordering. I mean, I don't know, maybe that's just a culture thing. Like, normally people are not that, customers are not that, I guess, angry while, well, no, there are people like that too as well, but I don't know, I don't know, I do see a lot of, you know, those typical, when they go viral, you know, the people being like the Karens, making the life of the people working there harder. I mean, we don't have that many Karens here, I guess. At least not for those places. I mean, you get to see them, but mostly in like maybe clothing stores or other places. But Starbucks, no, I don't think so. I mean, Starbucks is mostly people going, younger people, so I will say that the young people here are not that confrontative, I guess. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you fucked up the order, maybe, but I don't think they will go as far as being like, I want to speak to your manager, or stuff like that. I don't know. I never seen that happen, I guess. Oh, okay, yeah. People getting yelled at or getting coffee thrown in their face. I mean, I have seen like maybe it was colder coffee. I mean, yeah, if it was hot coffee, that would have been like an easy. How do you say that? An easy legal battle, I guess. Like, come on, you throw hot coffee at my face. I can sue you. I guess I would imagine it would be easy to sue that, because that's basically an attack. No, I mean, what we do get is a lot of people, drunk people, you know, like at least once a month there's like a video goes viral of some young people, or maybe old people as well, like drunk or maybe just doing saying the thing like, you know who I am, you know who's my father, stuff like that, trying to get like an extra service or stuff like that. But we every time that happens, we just like point and laugh at those people, and we make them go viral because they're being stupid, and they have to, like, the next day being like, I'm sorry, I was not being myself, I was under the influence, stuff like that. Unless they are like really rich at that point, which at that point they just never address it, and it just gets forgotten. You make me remember one case of that, which is like he was called el loco mayonesa, el loco de la mayonesa, which is like translate to like the crazy mayonnaise guy. Which it was just a video of him getting really angry at the server because they didn't give him mayonnaise for his hamburger, I think. And it just like it's hilarious because he's like, how could you do this? I need mayonnaise for my hamburger, stuff like that. It was hilarious, and the guy like later was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I was doing. I'm young and I'm stupid. But yeah, it was funny. But in that case, that guy was like a college student, so I wonder where he is now. Is he still crazy about mayonnaise? Still crazy, but not as crazy. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I guess those are everywhere. I guess it depends on how each community or each country deals with those kind of people. Wherever they get punished, or they get like a social punish, I guess. Cancelled, I guess, maybe. But yeah, maybe I should consider trying to get a coffee job again one day. Man, imagine I imagine I could get free coffee like that. Like I could get like free free frappuccino lucumos, which are my favorite. So who knows? Also, there's like 3 of them close by to my home. So need to take their gacha characters as punishment. And that's whoa, that's too far, Twist. That's too far. They are people too, they have rights. Man, imagine a world where like gacha characters were not like NFTs, but like NFT sucks. But imagine a world where you will like trade gacha characters with other people as if they were like a digital currency, I guess. And you were like you could like pull characters and then sell them to other people, stuff like that. And no, that's some kind of stupid, I guess. That does I mean, that will eventually be like NFTs or like skins from Counter-Strike, I guess. Anyway, let's go back to Bloodborne. I mean, Gears Frontline. After silently making our way through most of the castle, we finally arrive at the hall where Sextank is. I've been vaguely smelling the odor of rotting plant ever since I entered the castle. It's very similar to the smell from when I rescued Helena. As we move deeper into hell, I almost read that, into the hall, the smell grows thicker until I can barely breathe. And then, at last, we witness what was shown earlier in the surveillance footage. Oh, hold on. Very well then. You simply need to pass a single trial to learn how to control it. You will see, hear, and touch another world. This is where every doubt within your heart will be answered by God. In the Great Hall, those who look uncannily similar to Nemesis are prostrate on the floor, worshipping in unison the woman in the holographic projection. The things she's saying stir an obvious feeling within me, especially that part about another world. William may be dead. Judging by all this Paladeo's activity, their goal hasn't changed. Unfortunately, it will definitely be worse than six. Yeah, you're right. Like, it will devolve into something like NFTs, but like worse. Because CSGO are just skins, but characters will be like... It will become like pay to win, basically, yeah. Unless the game doesn't have like rankings and stuff like that, because why would you pay to win a game that you can just play free to play, I guess. No, yeah, it will make like developers change the way they make the game to be more money directed, I guess. Yeah, it will suck, probably. Gaining access to Nirvana, that remains Paradeo's ultimate goal. But Nirvana really something that can be accessed so easily now? Please come this way, pixies. Led by the girl named Ataraxis, Texan descends the stairs. Before her stands a tightly sealed door. This is the room that was labeled on the ground wine cellar on the castle map we obtained. Come, my child. If you can withstand this gift, you will truly be able to possess all you ever wanted. All I want. As she moves closer, the doors begin to shudder. At first it makes only the faintest sound, then it grows until the ground trembles along with it. Similarly resonating with the trembling, her fingertips quiver lightly when they touch the door handle. Oh. Oh, we stop her. That's that. Don't open it. Damn, she's so pretty, man. Also, even though she's been with us for a very short time, it's like the commander being like, "Don't do it." Like, it really, the commander has really affected her. Like, make her change in such a short time. Would? Same. Also, welcome to the stream, man. Too late. Oh! Oh my god! The instant Sexton makes contact with the door, it springs open like a blow gasket. Oh! Even though my protective suit, that cold odor, heavy with the stench of rotting plants, rushes straight through my nasal cavity. The body reacts before I can even fully register what I'm seeing. Oh my. The Nemesis. The Nemesis series. Countless volume cells multiply endlessly beyond the door. They take the shape of a hand in the brief instant of my hesitation. Black tentacles switch out from the door in the blink of an eye, like flood waters bursting free from a cracked dam. That a volume as well? Several of the tentacles closest to us come to a stop before Sexton. They move up high, like a snake poised to strike. Then the palms of the tentacle suddenly split open, revealing an eye that fixes its cold gaze upon the door in front of it. If the bodies will let it keep growing like this. I raise my weapon, preparing to get the doll to open fire alongside me. Wait, Commander! Below! That child! He's beneath that thing! The other Elena that she wanted rescued, which may or may not be Orpheluna. Trembling, Melanie raises her hand and points towards the volume beyond the door. You mean the Helena age 35 you sense is under this volume? Is under the volume or is the volume? Because that's a difference. Oh. Yes, she's been forced to sustain this volume. Commander, please save her. Damn it. Sexton, come over here quick. Get away from that thing or you'll be pulled in. Commander, you really are here? For my sake? What are you standing there for? You don't actually believe what she's saying, do you? No, I just... Then hurry up and live with me! If those volume cells spread, we'll all be in trouble. Not to mention, there's also... I try to rush forward and grab Sexton, but the dolls who have been kneeling on the floor immediately rise as one, aiming their weapons at us. Yeah, oh shit, look at this. It's very Resident Evil-like. The woman in the holographic projection raises a hand to stop them. Pause the ceremony. Give us a moment. Oh shit. She turns to look at me. The process holographic image shows only the blurred outline of a woman. We finally get the chance to meet. And I imagine our meeting at a more dignified occasion, raising our glasses together, in our past, of the choices we made in the present moment. Speaking of the future of this world, but seeing you now, I suddenly started thinking that even unexpected encounters like these are romantic in their own way. But turns out that even I may become just a curious girl before a hero like you. Oh. Lady, we just met. Yeah. And MILF really like the commander, huh? I have no interest in discussing the future of the world with one of Paradeo's pawns. I'm afraid you have me misunderstood. Paradeus or the conglomerate. What's the difference between them two? Please don't impose unnecessary assumptions about someone's identity before you truly understand her, Commander. Perhaps a decade of drifting through gray areas has dulled your perception. Illness is the most inefficient product of human civilization. I mean, a hero is not immune to it. Believing me doesn't make what you've done any nobler. No, I'm just sympathizing with you. You've been deceived and used time and time again by those in power behind the curtains. You've gradually grown distrustful, convinced that anything claiming to make the world better must be an evil scheme. Commander, the world is not strictly black and white. I'm merely an ordinary scientist, and science itself has no stand. What scientists do. And that is exactly why I never sworn loyalty to any particular faction. I strive to preserve my neutrality. And in biology, many results can only be obtained by maintaining that neutrality, not by choosing a side. Collaborating with Paradeus and with the conglomerate. Is that your idea of neutrality? Paradeus is nothing more than a refugee, where I happen to have stayed for a longer time. Those corporations are merely partners that I trade with. I've always been loyal only to science, to humanity itself. Any force that helps me move forward can be a friend to me. You too once stood shoulder to shoulder with great researchers in your past. The notions I'm describing should not be unfamiliar to you. Yeah, but those scientists were not working with the death cult and capitalists. You're simply, I mean, so she's only using Paradeus and the conglomerate to get resources, I guess, to make her dolls. But she also wants to reach Nirvana, I guess. I'm guessing. We're all simply doing things in our own way, ensure that life can continue to exist in this terrible world. You mean Persica? And what you've done is in no way worthy of being compared to her. Persica, Lico, Hume, Samantha Shaw. I am no different from them. We're all foundational pioneers that seek to chart the unknown abyss that is the future of this planet. As far as I know, they didn't need to draw upon Paradeus' strength when they established their theories of doll composition. True enough. However, as I mentioned, moral concepts are not within my range of consideration. But think about the decade you spent disconnected from the world, 10 whole years in self-exile. Did you really think that the Paradeus you once dismantled wouldn't change? All I see is that this time, it's gotten even sneakier than before. It is because you forced it to change its form. And by doing so, you help it find a new way to survive. Have you ever wondered why Bojums, creatures like this, suddenly began appearing all over the world? But it was Paradeus. Why has Paradeus established countless in the past decade? And why have so many Elenas been produced during that time? This is what you are most concerned about. Why do new Nitos continue to appear, even though you already killed William with your own two hands? But she also knows that we killed William. Better cook again. Never cook again, girl. Charles Darwin formally proposed the theory of evolution in 1859. That was when humanity truly began to understand life through the dimension of time. Evolution is not a game about becoming larger. It's a contest of who can adapt best. Looking back from where we now stand to the starting point of civilization, each and every era was filled with impressive levels of ignorance and savagery. Yet all that was simply mere adaptations to the environment. The destruction of Paradeus was, morally, a heroic act. Perhaps it saved hundreds of millions of lives. But when you did that, you also altered the world's ecology. In doing so, caused inevitable changes to the human world. In other words, Commander, you are the one who made Bojuns come into existence, in a certain sense. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Enough. Let's discuss my terms. I know the sex on the girl you've been exploiting. I'm talking about age 2 to 5. Do that and we'll leave for now. Otherwise, this castle of yours and everything inside will be nothing but history. I won't doubt that you made preparations to destroy this place. But forgive me for putting it straight. Given the resources at my disposal, I can build faster than you destroy, Commander. She's calling her bluff by bluffing herself, I guess. That's a fucked up way though to basically make it so that the commander basically the commander is to blame for the Paradeus experiment becoming worse in those 10 years. The reason you prevailed in every battle to this point has had a great deal to do with the opponents you faced. They always underestimated you, dismissing your current standing and the meager firepower of your dolls, attacking carelessly, only to be defeated by your skilled tactics. Okay, at least she knows ball. She knows. Like she's not like everybody else. It's like the commander and some two young dolls. It's nothing. Okay, she knows that we can make wonders with those dolls. If evil woman created Sixth and Ataraxis, adult form, it's actually base and good. Adult form? I haven't seen that yet. Maybe Ataraxis do is cute after all. Rosaline is the same misguided idea that that's a good point. Yeah, Orphelune was also thinking that. But to be honest, Orphelune was just still a kid. I mean, he was just like 23, 25 years old. She was like very naive because she didn't have that life experience. This woman is a full-on MILF. She's just doing it for the love of the game. I mean, she truly does not care why. I mean, Orphelune was just misguided and naive. This girl is just doesn't give a shit. She just wants to make her technology. No, yeah, I get it. It's kind of like Orphelune from Spider-Verse. Oh, the evil version. I mean, it's kind of like I guess you could say like Oppenheimer, I guess. In a way, I guess like they created the bomb, the atomic bomb, thinking it would be used for good, but it was ended up being used for war, destruction, and death. Like Orphelune at least got her. I have become death, the story of worlds. This girl is happy to become death, I guess. as long as she can make her bomb. So not really a bomb, but like just making dolls. They really want to make like it's like they want to make the next step of evolution, which is the better dolls. It's actually evil Nelly. No, I mean she got glasses. No, we got rid of evil Nelly in another universe. I mean, we stopped evil Nelly from becoming reality. She just needed Kevin to control her. But Perdeus will not underestimate you. No, I mean we have defeated Paradeus a couple times already. Come on. Well, to be honest, we infiltrated and then defeated Paradeus a couple times, but we haven't been fully attacked by Paradeus, I guess. Nor will I. We hold you in great regard, and we respect the force behind you as well. More, for reasons of my own, I have no wish for you to deviate from your current course. I hope you do exactly what you wish to do. How do you know what I want to do? Have you been reading my diary? That said, not means I cannot fight you and win. I merely have no desire for a first meeting to end so badly. Are you telling me that I can do as I please then? Commander, keep my eye on you in Frankfurt. Where were you in Frankfurt? You are one of the chosen, yet you seem to have cast aside every arrangement laid out for you. Not even God can stop you from acting in accordance to your own will. Oh, the music! Still, I hope you'll give these questions some thought for a moment. Humanity is doomed to forever be unable to resist the temptation of the relics. I believe you agree with this point. Even if the rulers of the world can today, their descendants cannot. So, suppose you have the power to make a decision on it. Will you be the one who grips that power himself? Or will you hand it to someone else? I mean, if you have the power, you can stop it from being used. And I don't think the commander could be corrupted by it, but... Her words leave me silent. Hello, Poke, welcome. It's Hume. Who else will call themselves mother? Oh yeah, Hume was also called yeah, oh yeah. Irma and Stevens, they also called Hume mother. Even though Hume was not a mother. That Hume was a bit of a bit of an oddball, I guess. The correct answer is using the power of the relics to destroy the relics. Oh. Like this, like the Infinity Stones. Like what Thanos did at the beginning of Endgame. They used the relics to destroy the relics. But can you destroy all of them? Her words leave me silent. The question of who will best wield relic technology is one I have considered before. though I have never reached a definite answer. However, the list of those who must never lay hands on it is a long one. Just now, one more name got added to it. The woman on the other end of the comms device chuckles soft. You say nothing. We have already seen your answer. Clearly, you wouldn't claim it for yourself. And I am not on the list of those you trust. I mean, realistically speaking, there's a couple of people that you could trust that power with, which I would say maybe Melee, M4, maybe Persicaria, if she can get out of the cloud. Like only those people, I guess. Maybe. Power corrupt, yeah, power corrupts as well. I mean, maybe M4 and Lunacia, because she already has all that power. Like if we were to just gave her that power so that she can just not allow anybody else to use it, like. We want that. Yeah, that evil Melee in that timeline. But that was because he didn't have Kevin. Yeah, no, I don't know. Doesn't matter. We have enough time and space ahead of us. Enough time for us to change your mind. Believe me, I am more the fitting choice than Persica. I don't know about that. I mean, but I don't even think Persica is a good choice, to be honest. Not because she will get corrupted by power, just because she will like use it to make a, I don't know, relic coffee, something like that. Alright then, Commander, if you wish to leave, I will see you out. If you wish to witness Sexton coming of age ceremony, please interfere. The projection vanishes. Behind us, Spike Iron Growl rises from the ground floor, blocking off Sexton from us. Which means that the ceremony, temporarily suspended for her conversation with me, is now resuming. Damn it! Sexton, don't go any closer! I try to break to the Iron Growl to reach Sexton, but the ash-gray hair dolls surround us when I do that. Those who interfere must be purged. They kinda look, I mean, they're nemesis, but their outfits kinda look like the bosses from Metal Gear 4. I forgot the names, but you know those bosses from Metal Gear 4, which were girls with different animal motifs. I don't know, they kind of give that idea. Even she can question and cautious about themselves to they hold that power. Yeah. I mean, realistically, we know that the commander will not get corrupted by that power, because he's a good guy. He will never get corrupted by that. But he doesn't know that, and that's probably the cool thing about the commander. He's also afraid of that power because he doesn't know what could happen. The barrage of gunfire and smoke subsides. Team Grossa and the Five have finally defeated the Paradeus dolls. Tarakchi simply stands at the side through all of this, watching in silence. She didn't intervene in our fight, nor did she allude in Sexton to continue the coming of age ceremony. Though this whole situation happened because of her, she acts as if everything happening now was nothing to do with her at all. Assuming that the relics don't have the capability to corrupt further normal humans being corrupted normally. I mean, I don't think that the relics corrupt. I believe that it's just like maybe they just they just make like the bad things be kind of like let's say compare it to Captain America, you know, the super soldier serum. It makes the good be even gooder. It also makes the bad be even badder, you know. That's why somebody like Captain Rogers, like Steve Rogers, could never be corrupted because he was just the goodest boy, you know. I will say that the commander probably could be the same. He could never be corrupted, but he could never be corrupted. He will just be better. But obviously he doesn't know that. Rex himself let Sabrina have all the power. No, he's gonna he's gonna use that power to make a fuck. He's gonna use that power to make infinite food. Yeah, it's the power they hold that corrupts. Although this whole situation happened because of her, I turn to look at Sexton. He stands motionless before the enormous body, seemingly thinking something though. However, I notice her fingertips trembling faintly. Sexton! You'll be devoured at this rate! Commander, what kind of existence I am to you? Now isn't the time for that. Come back with me first. Then we can talk it through, alright? If the question troubles you. No. Fine. Even though you were known as our enemy, you helped us plenty of times since then, haven't you? I say, I definitely called you a companion. Companion, huh? Like the numerous other dolls about the Elmo? You have been for a long time already. As long as it is what you want. I'm glad. And from the moment I was born, I believed I was meant to become the singular existence that stood above everything else in this world. I thought about it endlessly. It was all I could think about how to trample on everyone else beneath my feet. But when I am the Elmo, I can simply be one doll among many. I can be the most ordinary of them, and rely on others, rely on you, like the rest of them, trust you with everything else about my existence. You can stay on the Elmo, no matter what kind of doll you wish to be. Coming back with us has to be better than being devoured by that scary thing in front of you, right? Sorry. Can't go back with you. No! What I just pulled for you, Gru? Yeah, I would imagine that destroying them will not do much. I mean, plus, we don't know how many relics there are in the world. Maybe there's way more relics that we think and that we haven't discovered yet. So like, it'd be pointless, I guess. Yeah, but sex chat. The Bojan inside me can, at any moment, by some method, alter my neural cloud and force me to take action I will never choose. And me in that state, to you, will only be a hidden threat rooted in your midst. But merging with that revolving thing in front of you doesn't solve the problem either. We'll find a way as long as we manage to leave this place. No, Commander. You don't understand. What I need is right here. Part of me, which is my other half, comes from the thing standing before me. What? Vexen doesn't answer me. She stepped forward, fixing her gaze on the thing before her. Mass has doubled again the time it took us to speak. The number of its tentacles have only grown. Eyeballs split open in the palm of each tentacle. They stare, they contemplate, they behold. Vexen stands before the many, sacrifice offered unto them. For an instant, I catch a glimpse of the same mutation I saw when Sexton, Lucifer, and Igla underwent their mutations. Hidden on the Bojan, a huge tree woven from flesh and blood, wrapped in a moth unfolding its wings, or perhaps some creature that just doesn't belong in any memory. I don't fully understand the specifics. That what the Bojan inside me originates from that. The protocol within me is connected to that, to the Bojan network. And it's beneficial to humankind. People tend to start with good intentions. Yeah, I mean, the road to hell is full with good intentions. So they may want to save the world, but they just don't know that they are destroying it on the way. Oh, I need to sever that link. Sever it. How do you plan to do that? When it goes up to me, it also exposes the part inside that is bound to me. All I have to do is cut that off, and I will no longer be controlled. Of course, if I failed, also prepare a way to take it down with me. It's too reckless. I can't let you do that. Everything fails. I'll just let it devour me. That way, at very least, there will be one less doll who had hurt the Elmo, who will have gone on to hurt it more. Sexton smiles at me. I realize that this is the first time I ever seen her smile like this. First time since that day she arrived aboard the Elmo. Thank you for the invitation, Commander. That's the first time anyone has ever invited me for it. It's a pity, then, that an ordinary life on the Elmo isn't suited for me after all. No. Sexton takes one more step forward and extends her hand. The tip of the Bojan tentacle split open senselessly, forming an enormous glutinous whirlpool that gleams and coils around the Sexton's body. Everyone, shoot those tentacles! A bullet rains upon the Bojan with great prejudice, and control what I can by emptying my remaining 2 magazines into it. But again, it's endlessly multiplying cells. Such attacks are nothing but a mere trifle. We together cannot stop it. We cannot. Sexton, offering no resistance, is quickly dragged to the doorway. The tentacles retreat to their lair. Only a few stretched of muggles remain on the ground, where she was dragged. The door slams shut. There's an enormous explosion from within. Whether Sexton had detonated some kind of explosive, or she, I have no way of knowing. Oh, did she do a star? Is it over? Blood like black mucus seeped up through the seam of the door. For a moment, an immense silence looms over the whole castle. Ataraxis, who had been watching the whole thing from the side, still wears the same indifferent expression. When the enormous explosion reaches her ears, she only lifts her eyebrows slightly, her face expressing confusion. Why? Why would she cast herself aside? Because she had something she wanted to protect more. You're incapable of at least trust understanding that much? Ataratic looked at Alba, with mulling over her words in her mind. How could there possibly be anything more important than one's own existence? Please teach me. You? We won't be able to teach you that. But what I can do is dispose of you. Hey! I thought she was gonna be like, no, for a moment I thought she was gonna say something philosophical, but she was like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Gunfire erupts. Bullets spray without warning towards Ataraxis. By the time the dry click of the assault rifle firing pin striking empty echoes through the air, Ataraxis had already appeared behind Bomestina. She's too fast. The ideology of unity standing is good intention is to unite the world under one government system, but there will be no warranty. Yeah, I mean, the Ordinance was basically made with the ideals of Rosartre, which is the guy who they are taking the name from. And Rosartre's ideas were not bad. I mean, they were kind of like basically to let government be handled by AI, by true intelligence. Not the LLMs that we have right now, but like a true intelligence that will make life better for everybody. But of course, the Rosa trees kind of like corrupted that idea. Yeah, I mean, they kind of like force that to kind of like force the ideas of Rosa tree to come to fruition, but not in a good way. Again, that's not a good idea either, I'm afraid. I mean, I guess we don't know. We are nowhere close to that. But I mean, I don't know. Garcia is basically a whole kind of like small country. You could say that is fully run by AI. So you could say it works there, but I don't know. Yeah, that's true. A truly sentient model will need a handle. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, under the world of GFL, which is a true sentient model can have humanity. In this world, it could work, I guess. But in our reality, where we are nowhere close to that, it will basically be like the book. If we build it, everybody dies, you know, which is if we build it, everybody dies. It's like we're nowhere close to that, and we probably never will. But at least I feel like it in this setting it can work. I mean, we have freaking Dandelion's child, which is Heli, and the other one, which basically they run the UNSC. The problem is they don't fully run it. They just run like some things. Like there are still people in power that are the ones that have the agenda and everything. Which is precisely where the tip of the dagger is waiting for. All the dolls present. Only Boy Mastina is able to keep up with their speed. Mina Teraxi seems mildly surprised. Boy Mastina's dagger cut into the air near her, only to be stopped by some kind of force. But a steel spike launches from Boy Mastina's wrist, piercing that layer of defense faster than the dagger soon. Teraxis raises her hand to catch the spike that was about to strike her left eye, halting its momentum. Simultaneously, downward elbow strikes that Boy Mastina's dagger clean too. Hello Mango, welcome! Welcome to the stream, man. We're seeing Boy Mastina fucked up a little kid. Or getting fucked by her, I guess. Boy Mastina circles behind her in a flash, but the Teraxis turns her body in advance to counter her. Her slender wrist catches Boy Mastina's knee strike head on, a blow heavier than a rocket round. The boom and shockwave sweep through everything nearby. Boy Mastina staggers back a few steps. Part of her armor on her knee has been crushed, sparks scattering from it. Yet Ataraxi doesn't even move an inch. She simply claps her hand free of dust. Thank you for the bout, Steam Warrior. What goes your name? Boy Mastina. Boy Mastina. I'll remember it. I felt the most intriguing sensation just then. Might that have been me? Raxi holds out her right hand for us to see. A faint red mark is visible on their index finger. Within the next instant, the mark gets replaced by flawless, smooth skin through some kind of self-healing ability. I never anticipated that. It appears that there are still many things that I have yet to learn. And would your dolls be able to make me feel more pain if I were to attack with full force? I glanced at Boy Mastina's leg. He gave me a nod, very much still. Want to try? I would very much like to. But if I did, you will certainly die. My mother already said it. Some kind of higher dimension being has, by means we cannot easily understand, bound you to this world. If I killed you, the threats that embodies this world will fray into disarray. If that were the case, it will divert us from the future we are meant to walk. Oh no, she's a masochist! He likes pain. We can give it to her. You see how my life has anything to do with your future? I mean, Commander, you know Lunasia, you know what Lunasia did. Come on, man. You have already shaped my past. Others may perhaps overlook your significance, but Mother understands you better than anyone. He knows how you changed the trajectory of this world. Commander, never been born if you never fired those 8 rounds into William. Mother's research will never have been made such a progress in such a short time. In a way, both you and she are my creators. Oh no! Shit, we have to... Oh no, we have to pay child support now. So, I'll heed Mother's advice and let you leave. No, that alone is hardly enough to express my goodwill towards you. How about this then? I'll let you do as you please here. Plunder like a conqueror. Take whatever you want. Just don't be too greedy. Like a star saying goodbye to its audience, Ataraxi offers a small curtsy, then disappears into the far end of the dome, leaving us with her parting words. She's shipping us with mom. She wants a father. There are too many things that could kill you here. Even God could get careless. The dead cannot retreat. Meanwhile, behind the iron grille, the three Bojans were encountered earlier reappear. The electronic shackles on their bodies are gone. Cerberus has returned. And now he guards the gates with great fervor. What will we do, Commander? I stare at the tightly shut door before us, hoping for some kind of movement within to rekindle my hope. There is none. Only choice to abandon her. Not just Sextons. We also have to abandon the girls trapped within the Bojan. And to get milk. Commander, the detonation points around the building have been confirmed. The moment you are clear, I have admitted you triggered the explosives. Commander, I understand how you feel. You've already been inside the red zone for over 10 hours. Your body. Don't worry. Paltry amount of radiation can't hurt. Anyway, deal with the immediate threat first and secure our retreat. Roger. Hey, dire spine snuffer. Wait. Before we continue, I'm gonna go get my cat some food. Now, I'll be back. Be right back. ¿Qué comida? Vamos. Level 5 volume. Well, volume, meet the pile bunker. Oh. That's better. One of the volumes suddenly erupts with a piercing shriek in front of us, ignoring all attacks. It charges madly at Peritia. But it is unable to dodge in time. It gets slammed against the wall by the beast's enormous strength. Oh, Peritia! The volume's eyes flare red. It paws frantically at the floor with its hooves, gathering momentum for another charge at Peritia. Hey, watch out! Charlie, you gotta save your girlfriend. Crowley dives forward to tackle Peritia. The of them roll out of the way together. The volume barely scrapes past their bodies as it slams into the tightly shut door, burning a massive crater on it. Thanks, I thought that was it for me. Nothing to thank me for, anyway. I just paid you back the favor. You a tsundere? Ooh, I mean, she is. She is. Huh? Who you calling that? The two of them dodge another attack. The other two volumes, their injured ribcage heaving with labored breath, fix their blood-red eyes on their position, ready to attack at any moment. Wait, these volumes seem abnormal. Their target is that door! Richard Crowley, get out of the way! The two of them leap to the side of the door. All three beasts charge forward at once. Dunk. The door is not as fragile as it seems. It only gives a dual echo, continuing to hold its position firmly, guarding the boundary between two rooms. The three volumes turn their gaze toward the door. They stop paying attention to attacks and shift their assault toward that door. Commander, this is a great chance for us to retreat. Commander, please prioritize your own safety. Commander, please give the order. They all want me to escape. The thunderous impact within the hull refused to fade away. Bizarre. There's no other way to describe this behavior. I felt myself ponder. Always right. He is the best moment for us to retreat. Deep down, I can shake the feeling that a rot I have yet to uncover lies beneath the Boyun's strange behavior. Wait. We still have no leads on that girl. Melanie, can you still sense that girl? I can. Commander, that girl, still alive. She's very weak, but her consciousness is still there. These Boyun's charging in. They're trying to repair that monster inside. I turned towards the door. One of the Boyun's, his injured home lover, is barreling towards it. For all those violent impacts, the door is now riddled with dents and craters. No longer seems as impregnable as it did at the start. From this latest impact comes a deep boom that sends tremors through the whole portico below the stairs. Dust and debris fall down from the doomed ceiling. Looks like the ancient brick stone walls will be the first to surround. The second and third Boyun charge in one after another, where the echo can even fade. Compared to when Ataraxia was controlling them, they moved with neither order nor technique. They channeled nothing but the savagery of wanton force, hurling their weights as despair. After an earth-shattering crash, the door is finally ripped from its frame, slammed into the ground with enough force to kick up a plume of dust and smoke. At last, I can now see clearly what lies beyond the door. Great rot. Eyes can be seen hidden behind those wooden windows, and I pause. Therein lies a sight grotesque enough to make me the unprepared wretch. The walls and ceiling in the room have been marred for eternity by splattered blood, chunks of mangled tissue. Extant must have detonated what was the most powerful explosive we had aboard the Elm. An enormous mass of flesh, formed by weaving countless intertwined tentacles, crawls on the floor, writhing as it's struggling to reassemble itself. It has lost the intimidating presence it had before. Tentacle lies scattered and broken, fireballs roll across the ground. Its wound twitch faintly beneath layers of overlapping tissue, seemingly trying to mend themselves. The damage is too great. They cannot heal immediately. The three Boyun charge at the creature before we can react. One after another, they sink into its enormous body and are absorbed, becoming part of its flesh. Melanie, are you sure? I'm sure. I thought you were Melanie. The detection device all that carries later a series of alerts. This is a signal similar to the previous one. But this is what was emitting the abnormal pulse we detected. Wonder is repairing itself. We don't retreat now, we'll be too late. I glanced at Melanie, then at the massive Boyun within, nose stirred once again. Can't. There's still someone alive in there. Went towards the doorway, or the direction where Melanie sensed a Helena. The door's gunfire followed close behind, driving back the tentacles that tried to reach for me. But how are you gonna save that person, Commander? Beneath the Boyun's massive body lies what appears to be a network of low-temperature pipes and reaction systems. Some kind of liquid courses through them, maintaining a deadly equilibrium. I only realized when I looked closer that the liquid is filled with what appears to be flesh and tissue. The Boyun's body is the final destination of this flow of nutrient solution. An enormous round pit sits at the far end of the cellar, sinking straight down into the earth. Its walls are now covered in spider web like cracks from sextant explosion. When I look down into the pit, I realize that the space there is bent in some unnatural way. A faint flickering glow blocks my view of whatever lies inside. But a familiar sensation. For some reason, the closer I approach, the more disordered my thoughts become. Visions. They cross my mind. They don't belong to me. They belong to the countless souls that are arranged in a line before me. My body is but a mere vessel that passes through, and then unfolding each passing moment. Downfall. The acute infection getting worse. I hardly catch my breath. I worry that breathing too deeply will increase my intake of radioactive. Glance down at the radiation monitor and let out a bitter laugh. And even display a specific value now. Is this the end of the commander? Mr. Defy, where on earth are you? You're still alive, answer me! I searched the area. A bit of light suddenly emerged from the bottom of the pit. Wherever the light brushes the Bojum, the dim collapsed crystals embedded in his body light up. The light travels along his withered tentacles and through its flesh, surging through its whole body. The wounds left by the explosion slowly seal themselves shut and regain their shine. Light passes. The tentacles that have long paralyzed on the ground all rise at once. With terrifying force gathered behind them, they'll lash out towards me. Ah! I'm just coming back to life! Commander, behind you! Just as warning, I draw my pistol and blind fire several rounds over my shoulder, then dodge another tentacle strike. The volume that charged in appeared to have been melted down by a tentacle monster. Flesh, the plant tissue, the crystals, all of it had been absorbed into the enormous volume before me. Now, having absorbed all those nutrients, the tentacle volume fully recovered. His body has become even larger than it. Commander, run a simulation based on these volume combat capabilities under current circumstances. We delay any further, our chance of successful retreat drops below 10%. You have to make the call now. Okay, Rosa. I'll need you two to stay with me. I'll remain here and fight to the very last. Understood. I'll stay with you. Alright, Commander. Alba, carry out your team's duty. You wish, Commander. This volume will be incredibly difficult to handle, Commander. I'll find a way to open a safe path for you. Please, go forth and do what you came here to do. Commander, do you remember what I told you? Don't forget to ask me for help at critical moments. I glance over at Peritia. She's lazily coiled around Krolik, who looks clearly unamused. Perhaps it's a trick of the light. I think I can catch a flicker of something familiar in one of Peritia's eyes. Man, those eyes. I'll do that. I'll do that if I think I need a chance. As we need the. Oh, Sexton! Oh. I think I catch a glimpse of something in the eye. Is that Lunacia? I feel like. A lot. Maybe this will be a challenge. Ooh, okay, kinda strong. Oh, fire and electric. Okay, that's why.
落ち隕石のようにターゲット確認。これがあなたの最後の輝き。逃がしません。星々を。
ターミネーター最大出力。ご命令を。逃げられる。エンジン起動。さっさと倒れたらどうだ。
お待たせしました。はい。お茶をお出ししましょう。私が終わらせる。落ち隕石のようにターゲット確認。これがあなたの最後の輝き。星々を。
Oh, it's escaping. The ground around me is already splattered with a layer of volume tissue torn apart by gunfire. Right to the Paradeus lab I've broken into the path. The ground lab isn't really all that large. It looks even more cramped because of the huge volume before us. We're searching for the tanks that would have held Elena's like the one I found before, or some other hidden space. Failed to find any traces of H-35 after a thorough search. Finally, tentacle that slip to the blanket of gunfire cuts off my path. The volume tentacle raises its tip up high. It stops in front of me, at the center of its palm-like end. Sleek, oily skin tears open. An eyeball stares quietly at me. Don't dare make any sudden move, and only met its gaze in silence. Seeing me trapped by the tentacle, the dolls immediately moved to help me, launching their attack on it. Driven back repeatedly by the overwhelming firepower, the volume seems to feel pain, or perhaps merely discontent, and lets out a low, muffled whimper. Go, 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 go. Go, go. Oh no! Oh no! It's the volume. H-35 is volume, or is the volume, or is feeling the volume's pain. What? Go, mother. Go, mother. Man, you don't understand. I need this right. Part of me, my other half, comes from the things standing before. Right. Back at Leaf, Igla was the same way. Could it be that the volume is carrying? Call out hesitantly. Dixon. The volume is struck by some kind of shock. It lets out a long, high-pitched wail of grief. Really? That's the case. How do we get you out? Right, last time what we did was we kicked its ass And then Boimacino like flow around and then pull Eagle out of it. So can you do that again, Boimacino? Eagle becomes the vice. Everyone, Texan is still alive. Currently fused with the volume and unable to control herself. She may attack us at any moment. So now, do whatever you can to keep those tentacles pinned down. But think of a way to solve this. That it acts laid out. Each squad carefully carries out their assigned role. The volume writing twists before me. Tentacle nearly seized me several times, yet they always veer away at the last moment. But Stena, do your thing! I can feel that Saxon is doing her best to resist that invisible controlling force, but... Commander, get out of there now! What? Boyun's will. Impossible to resist! Boyun's will. Impossible to resist. That's right. My own will. The will of Sexton about to be devoured. Here's the consequence of being granted power that was never mine in the first place. Not having your base layer pressed like other dolls does not mean freedom. That red heart within my body has long since announced the fate I can live. Even though for the first time in my life, I felt that I tried working hard for the sake of others. Even though I cast aside, erased my own frame, my own inner cloud. Still, I wasn't of the slightest use to the one I came to admire. Regret, sorrow, fear, and I don't want them to see me like this. I don't want the commander to see. Did my firewalls properly in my final moment? Did the meaning I wanted to convey get through? Did I cause anyone trouble? Did I manage to express my gratitude? How much regret? It is precisely this regret that becomes the small, slender thread of sin, still tethering Sexton's self to this. Sound of bullets striking my frame. That is, if this disgusting mass of tissue made of the cells that are stripping my consciousness away can be called that. Consciousness is blurring. I can barely keep this restless, breathing body under control any longer. Shame of being watched by the commander and the joy of realizing someone is still fighting for her sake tortures what remains of Sexton's self. It, unlike any other, scorches her soul from within. Nothing more than people I met just a few months ago. What would it matter if I killed them? The commander, all I have to do is hold on. He'll surely find a way. Tangle of complicated thoughts, a heart torn between contradictions. Wait, the pain will. Voice rises within the narrow cloud. Come the most outstanding. You have to do is act according to her will. Like when you were born. Always. It's you again. Every single time. But every time, grow a little stronger, don't you? Do you remember about the people signing? Those bigger dolls bow in submission before. But stay on that trajectory. The whole conglomerate will have fit within your grasp. Over. Gather enough leverage to arrive at destination. You remember those past memories being restored. Right. It seems like much time has passed. Neural data from my birth outwards weaving in the story, arranging into scene after scene. No, it's in storage. That's brain. That initial trivial graph of data multiplied and grew without end, born of the faint voice in their mind, read little by little to take root in every part of her, until at last it became a brain, commanded her whole body. This is the same will that convinces to take that extra cookie, even when it might not fit. Do it! Eat that extra cookie. Body needs tiny. Will eventually replace her little cloud, become her personality, her thoughts, and memories. The consciousness named Saxon will be driven away to the darkest of courts. She has completed her rebirth. Very good. Kill everyone else with best. Bojun's body suddenly splits open, posing the pale spine within. It begins to flush with a sinister blood red from bottom to top, as if countless blood vessels were dilating beneath its skin. The next morning, it's akin to a volcanic eruption. Hundreds of tentacles burst from its body, from the ground, from the walls, from every crack and crevice, surging towards me like free-flowing lava. There's no escape. I'm surrounded by tentacles in an instant. A slick, viscous feeling wraps around me, making it nearly impossible to breathe. We all scramble to coordinate the deployment of the comms channel, trying to carve out a path to survival. There are too many tentacles. Can't break free right now. There's nothing I can do. Please keep up. The tentacles wrap around my body. They began to multiply, seemingly wanting to assimilate me too. The protective suit is torn open at one spot. Lab's radiation alarm begins flashing fiercely in red. Since I'm right next to the giant Bojun's mouth, radiation is the least of my immediate worries. Was Sexton unable to undo? Feels like we have no other means to change the outcome. Commander! Melanie! No! Voice! Although it's similar, it isn't Melanie. The Elena? So hard to breathe that I can't think clearly. There isn't much room for thinking anyway, being in my position. A random machine gun fire swept the bosun, using the wall of our launch point. Lydia leaped into the sea of spreading tentacles, landing beside me. Commander! Lydia, how did you... Commander, from now on, please don't ask why. What? Lydia doesn't answer. Instead, she seemingly makes up her mind about something, giving me a fair nod. The power remaining in me has its limits, so only have one shot at it. Now please grip my hand tightly. Close your eyes. Follow where fate guides. He's gonna use the Lunesta's power or something, I don't know. What is she gonna do? Right, 3 more. I need to save her. That'll be the last fight. Arthur? Oh wait, Peritia connected us to the consciousness of the Bojum. I don't know where I am. But it appears that I'm no longer inside the red zone. Is this really Spiritia's doing? Her power is way more awe-inspiring than what Therians can do. I feel as though all things lie prostrate beneath my feet, while I myself rise endlessly upwards, till I reach the highest point of it all. Not far ahead of me is a figure of a child, facing away from me. Elena? Or Melanie? I try to run towards her. Someone behind me holds me back. Neither, actually. It's H35. It is 10 doll. And it's so advanced. Lydia. You. Lydia smiles and shakes her head. Commander, the we that exists right now cannot yet save her. Cannot save her? You mean to say that she's H25? The natural understanding of the situation left me speechless. Lydia, how do you know about H25? Perhaps I overheard your conversation with Melanie. That's so. Wait, but back then... Commander, we're short on time. Focus on the problem in front of us, shall we? Alright. To force my curiosity down, she's here to help after all. By now, I'm well aware that the miracle she created is by no means easily replicable. Because you already worked out how boyons are formed, have you? A new product of Paradeo's experiments. It's not the full picture. Boyons were born through Paradeo's modifications. They are another partial form of an organism. As for the Helenas, they control them through a connection no one fully understands. The one we face now has grown extra powerful thanks to the special energy provided by H35. Special energy? Could it be? I believe you already made the correct hypothesis. Yes. Power from the other side. But there was truly the threat farther than ever before. I wonder that woman we met seemed so confident. Heat. He isn't merely the inventor of Therian dolls. He's also the architect of the whole boyon biological system. The teacher who created the Helenas. Wait, so if she's the teacher that created the Helenas, she was in Nirvana. Isn't it that gave rise to the pulses, sacrifices, the medium that bears Nirvana, the Grail, and the anchor point that activates the relic, the key? Boyons are a medium that made bear Nirvana. Actually, the reverse. The boyons are indeed one of the very few things that can actually form a connection with Nirvana and mutually affect each other. Because of inherently illogical nature, boyon cells cannot be killed by human hands unless completely destroyed physically. But an exception exists within Nirvana. The only way to save Sexton is to sever the umbilical cord connecting the anchor point to the medium. Right now, that girl is preparing to cut the umbilical cord that feeds the boyon. Unfortunate, but it is the only way to save Sexton. And what happens to H35? Ah, you told me earlier that you can't save her. Are you sure only choice is to abandon her? There must be another way. I am not the one here. Perhaps there will be. Fortunately, this is all I can do with my power. In fact, I'm afraid I won't be able to pull off something like this again for a long time. However, you can wound that boyon severely enough. it will fall into a state of weakness. That way, it won't be able to harm the girl any further. That is a form of rescue too. That's something you can accept. Would you scale it outright? It's almost impossible. This one is simply too large. The combat strength we possess is simply not grand enough to physically destroy it. This is why the girl wants to cut the umbilical cord. Sexton will be separated from the Belgian once that happens. We only need to rescue her, just like what we did before. You'll have enough power to protect you from being eroded by the Belgian cell. Please act quickly once we leave this place. Commander, leaving this in your hands. After Peritia finished her sentence, I think for a moment, finally realizing what the doll has been telling me. Wait, Peritia, you get all this intel from StateSec? You didn't. You... Who exactly are you? Commander, nothing more than an ordinary doll. You carry within me a certain particular yearning, yet in the end, still cannot understand her will. But at the least, this waste of power that remains can help you escape your present plight, and ensure that the girl won't have any more of her life force drawn out by that boat. Never understood why she chose me. Perhaps she did so for this very moment. That's Lunacia. She knew what was going to happen, so that's why she chose Felicia. Commander, you're a man beloved and longed after by God, you know? Then, begin. The scene before me gradually glows clearer. Beside me, Beniti smiles as she takes my hand. A warm power flows to my palm. Ignacio wanted a cat, and she gave the cat godlike powers. Volume Cell stopped trying to erode me the very next moment. All the wildly thrashing tentacles freeze in mid-air. Even the eyeballs froze motionless. I can tell that this Belgium, which was very expansive that Peritia at me not long ago, had developed an emotion it should not possess towards us. Fear. The cat, but people will be confused if they didn't play Dusty Memories. I haven't played Dusty Memories, so I am confused. What? I scrambled to my feet and drew the tactile knife from my belt. The blade, which once gleamed silver, has somewhat taken on a tinge of deep blue. Cover me! Beneath the dense drumming of gunfire, Peritia and I move past the tentacles, riding frantically to avoid us, until we stand beneath the Boju's enormous body. The tentacle-tipped eyeball no longer stare down at me. They squint and narrow, written in a frenzy alongside the tentacles they're attached to. Wanda, do it now! Damn it! Let's end this! I raise my knife high and plunge it into the Boju. A sense of resistance greets the blade. Feels like I'm cutting through thick rubber. I throw all my strength to the hilt and pull it downwards. Ah! My voice and the Boju's slow, muffled shrieks mix together, echoing to the castle basement. The blade tears downwards, ripping into the Boju's skin to create an horrifying crimson wound. Like a normal cut, it seems seared by a fierce blue flame, immediately filling the air with an all-shining stench of scorched flesh. Boju's enormous body suddenly curls into a ball, twisting and convulsing. Somewhere within it, a sharp, scraping sound arises, like styrofoam being rubbed together. They slump to the ground right after wet mud. Blood-red color drains from the tentacle's tip, fading into a lifeless grayish-white. Eyeball roll across the floor, swiftly burning away into a wisp of empty ash. So poetic. Sexton. Sexton's eyesight tightly shut. Perhaps the umbilical cord was severed. Body is no longer attached to buoyant tissue, lying out like an innocent newborn. We have to retreat. I hold Sexton up with the last of my strength. I think she is much lighter than the usual, with most of her limbs heavily damaged. Requiem supports my stumbling form as we run towards the lab exit. When I turn around, the tentacles begin to gather and launch at us in a frenzy. I almost feel its cold mucus dripping onto the top of my head. Commander, duck! Immediately duck to the side. Grenade grazes past my scalp, floating less than 10 meters behind me. With a boom of splash of mucus spraying to the back of my head. Make me glad that I'm still wearing the protector. Commander, go left! The great voice comes through. Verity and I immediately turn. The sound of an electrical short circuit is heard. Right after, we sense an obvious movement in the ceiling above. Faster! Consider for a moment that I'm human! You aren't that weak! She knows us, I guess. I want to throw back a retort, but still, I poured every last ounce of strength I can muster into picking up my pace. Truly glad that I did so at the very next moment. Because of the electrical short, a heavy metal panel comes crashing down, pinning the chasing tentacles that had been the closest to me. Almost there! Tomasina, get the commander! Alba provides covering fire as Messina rushes to us. With both hands, he pulls Peritia and me onto the steps. The door that was torn off can no longer be closed. All we can do is keep running towards the hall's exit. Grossa, having both Melanie to a safe exit point not long ago, immediately moves to meet us when they see us approach. Sorry, Melanie. I couldn't save that girl. No, Commander. I sense her feelings. Told me that he thanks you and looks forward to the future where... Commander, get over here! No, Grossa, let her finish! The future where what? Where we meet again? Mother duck! Quack! Grossa stands guard at the door, her hand already on the level beside the hall mains door. The instant we step to the hall vestibule, she pulls the brass level. Steel door slowly descends. There's some splattering sound by tentacles slashing against the door. Our surrounding finally returns to a peaceful silence. It was since I had to sprint while carrying weight. Wow, UK was just like drill instructors. Lower Sexton down, then stood next to her, grasping for breath. Her eyes are tightly closed. She lets out pain moans, seemingly still unconscious. Wanda, there's a tear in your protective suit. Let me help you do some emergency repairs. Alright. No longer have the strength to move. I slow him into place and let Alba tend to me. Takes out the repair tape and seals the breach in the protective suit. We're still in enemy territory. There's no telling what will happen. We need to leave as quickly as possible. Commander, if you find it hard to move right now, I can carry. No, it's fine. I don't need to be Princess Carrie, girl. Thank you. If you can, could you carry Sexton instead? Commander, don't mind me. Destroy me. Run. Hurry. About to hand Sexton over to Wilmasina when her eyes suddenly open. Looks at me with despair. Over me. Inside me. It's my curse. I don't know why it's quiet now, but this is your only chance. Hurry, please. Leave me. You've already been saved, Sexton. Thanks to Peritia and H35, that thing will no longer trouble you. Now we can finally go home. Go back to the Elmo. Home. The Elmo? Why? You'll have a place like that? Right. If Ataraxis say these places are home, then the Elmo is your home. Notable Mastina, signaling me for help. Mastina dips her head silently and hoists Sexton onto her shoulders. Her concern is well founded. We can't afford to linger here any longer. I'm not only facing the threat of an enemy attack, my body too seems to have reached sleep. There are still so many mysteries to be solved, so many questions I want to ask. The thinking will have to wait until we get out of this place. Alright everyone, quickly check your gear and we'll move out at once. Oh no. Now what? Beneath the moonlight, light footsteps approach from afar. The doll and I stop organizing our equipment and turn our gazes toward the end of the corridor. Archer. Well. We see each other again, huh? It's time to kick your ass again, huh, Archer? The gear parcel blocks the moonlight pouring down, shrouding her like a flower in shadow. She lowers her gaze at Sexton, currently dropped over Mastina's shoulder. Her lips form a cruel smile. Is how you celebrate your rebirth, Sexton? Arthur. How unsightly. I think you were placed ahead of the rest of us, favored by Mother. It became such an ungrateful thing. At least she followed her own will, making a choice that was truly hers. Whereas you, Dartur, still nothing more than a puppet, dancing to someone else's will. A puppet? You can't defy your mother's commands. Your only choice is to rush here and clean up the mess, no? Commander, you always imagine things to be simpler than it truly is. I came here not because I was bound by anyone's command. Mother never issued any forced orders to us either. We're always loved, always cherished by Mother. This extends you to even that thing. Next time. That was exactly why you have the chance to escape with your lives, carrying that thick with you. But I am different. I hate traitors. How could you betray Mother? Why would you think I let you go after you betray our Creator? She lifts her eyes away from Sexton's face. Alright, enough idle chat. I guess you have no intention of handing Sexton over to me. You always come charging in talking about the power of friendship and bound somewhere on your lips. Hey, the power of friendship is real. No, but I was deployed tactical brat. I mean, is it really Paradeus or is just Mother? I don't know. She seems to not care about Paradeus, but she's happy to work with them, I guess. So welcome, Dad. What a pity, really. Time to bury the rest of you with her. Okay, Dartur, we're gonna kick your ass. Again. They're stronger than before. Ah, Miss Grossa. I shall call you that for now. Your courage in facing me after going through all that is quite admirable. In truth, after spending some time with you, I started to like that personality of yours. Which is why I do not enjoy what I will have to do to you next. Wait, I said, how to spend some time with you? What does she mean? I know what she means, but what does she mean? I think Brad deployed herself, if we're being honest. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, nobody betrays mother, even though she is happy with that. However, I was thinking, will ending you right here meant that you won't have to face the suffering to come? What madness are you spewing? Are you retarded? Crowley, you can't say that! He's trying to distract us. Be careful, everyone. Oh. Which of these do you think is the truth? Between the image in the light and the invisible true nature in the dark? OTS for them? Wait, what do you mean? We're like about to call her a clanger. You can say that, I gave her the pass. Thanks to it for giving Crowley the pass. 2 base. Section. Okay. Electric and... He's going to drop in and... Oh, GA, no! Oh, that's nice. That's new. Or that's different from the... Well. What were you saying there, Chu? The way she screams like, ah! But Bastina, she's getting your way! The light turn of Dartur's wrist. The parasol canopy managed to block the bullets fired at her back. The bullets powerful enough to punch through steel, roll like a downpour hitting ground upon near the parasol, then slide off limply, making clinking sounds on the floor. You know what? I use Sexton to save Sexton. I use sex to save sex. What? You know what? I understand making the game easy for players, but they could have at least make Dartur be a bit stronger so that it takes like maybe at least 2 turns to defeat her, and even then make it so that we cannot kill her. We just lower her HP, and then the fight ends. Because just defeating her and her screaming like that kind of like makes her be ridiculous. Anyway, no, this is not hero mode. This is normal mode. Which, yeah, maybe in hero mode the difficulty will be better, but like... I mean, hero mode is also like very bullshit at times, yeah. The difficulty part comes in with the hard difficulty mode where she will wreck your endgame. Yeah, that's true, but... you don't get any rewards for doing heroic mode, so why, what's the... She bends down slightly on the other side of the parasol. Then she leaps from a crouching position. Mastina opens fire without the slightest hesitation, aiming to drive Dartur back with overwhelming fire. Parasol is both the sturdiest shield and the sharpest spear. If she can break through the suppressive fire, hands won't be free enough to attack. Ingrossa support with Mastina. The double gunfire roars through the whole room. When the smoke clears, find that Dartur has already arrived right in front of Mastina. How? The parasol had folded shut at some point, now transformed into a black assault rifle. Tattoo makes no move to evade. He takes every bullet but Mastina fires head on, reading her frame with horrifying bullet holes. The muzzle of her weapon had long since been trained on Dexter. No! Single gunshot rings out softly, generally sharp in the lull between bursts of gunfire. Dartu. You! Ah! Ah! No one can betray mother. No one. I won't allow it. Not even you. Texas completely loses consciousness. The bullet has bored straight to her chest, leaving a black hole dripping with blood. She shot Sex! Sex? It's dead? No! Opposite issue of Final Fantasy VII, where the combat is fun, but you gotta go through the forced cutscenes. Huh. Yeah, pretty much. Have you gone mad, Dartu? Sex has been defeated. Now Sex will no longer torment us. What good does this do you? Good? I don't know either. Come to think of it, it's true. There really isn't any. But still, I can't help myself. Anyone who looks down on mother cannot be forgiven. That's simply how I think. What about you, Commander? You went against mother. What good does that do you? Went against us. Didn't you start tuned to something neither dead nor alive by the radiation? What good does that do you? It's nothing more than one individual who chose to align with evil. Look towards Dartu. Their gazes meet. I strangely do sense a trace of understanding in those hate-filled eyes. See? Your fixation with your sense of justice has carried you all the way here. So never underestimate the power of obsession. Try to embrace your destruction with your blind obsession. You and that mother you keep speaking of. Prepare yourself. We will erase every last one of you, Paradeus. Oh my, how scary. I'm so scared. What a pity though. You won't be able to do it, Commander. As for why, that's because Mother is a great existence, was seen through fate itself. Arthur falls backward into the crack that has split open at the center. Going to listen to the hardest penalty possible. Actual mate work. No! I just want to be, I just want to look cute. Violent quake erupts in the reception room, even more intense than the one during our arrival. Strong talk for someone in coalition recruiting range. I don't know. I feel like that Dewey is too far gone to actually be recruited. Come on, they grab my hand. Rest supports me to prevent from slipping on the increasingly tilted floor. The ash-gray-haired Paradeus doll swarm in from everywhere once again. In double the numbers we encountered before. They chant some kind of incantation in unison, like a final morning prayer before the break of dawn. Commander, we lost control of the electronic systems. Every exit in the building is closing. Looks like some kind of emergency mode has been triggered. Everyone, the route you receive in your terminal is the only one with the chance of escape. Got it. Alba, confirm the escape route. Rosa, let's work together to hold up the doors behind us. Safe. On the route map Kluke sent, the castle main doors have long been sealed. The only way out is through the other side of the reception room, across the outer courtyard, and down the spiral staircase of a tower on one side of the castle. Up ahead, Alba and Pedita clear the obstacle in our path, where Masina kicks open the locked iron door, allowing us to swiftly escape the cramped reception room and arrive on the open ground of the outer courtyard. What if we recruit her mom? I mean, who knows? Maybe we can fix her. He did say she was interested in us. The Dingrosa fights desperately to hold the line behind us. Those remain in relentless pursuit. The intense killing intent radiating from their expressionless faces make it nearly impossible to link them to Nemesis, who shares their appearance. Los Paradeus, where on earth did they even come from? We make it back. Last Nemesis again. See if she remembers anything. We will definitely make it back. Gunshot from my pistol drowned out my pounding heartbeat. One of the bullets pierces through a head. The already battered Paradeus doll falls backwards, falling over the wall behind us with a drop more than a dozen meters high. Commander, over here! The two dolls standing guard atop the tower are unable to withstand the fire onslaught. They are quickly rendered incapable of combat. Commander, hurry! The gate on this side is about to close. There's 1 minute left. Don't get bogged down fighting them. Get to the tower first. The gate's about to close. Oh. That kinda looks like the other CG where, but when it's like in the narrow cloud inside, like there's the door as well, the door, you know. After confirming the interior is safe, I set Melanie down on the steps and screamed inside myself. The tower's spiral staircase is narrow and steep, the air thick with the cold smell of aged dust and stone. The surrounding walls are thick and solid. They're part of the building fortifications, after all. The maintenance is long overdue for the stone steps underfoot. They can still bear everyone's weight. Small bits of stone occasionally roll down the steps as we step on them, falling all the way into the deeps of the tower. It's here somewhat slippery, everyone. Be careful. Oh, Melanie. Coffee tries to grab Melanie, but her outstretched hand grabs only empty air. Melanie tumbles down alongside the crushed bit of stone that she stepped on. Melanie! But I fear did not happen. And Dory's reassuring voice comes through the comm. Commander, I caught Melanie. Doris, get Melanie to a safe place first. Understood, but... Wait, that's... No. Doris, get out of there, quickly! The sound of falling, crashing metal comes from beneath her feet. Doris! Melanie! What happened? Are you two alright? No, her mom is unregrettable, but it's not immune to chicken grease. We just make those mills go crazy. That could be a dreamer cave where she's just an absolute bitch to her sister and others around her, but could just really be a sad, broken door. Maybe, but I know I guess she will need some really extra work and good and super great writing to make it so that she is worthy to be redeemed. Commander, Melanie and I are both fine. Our force hacking triggered the security mechanisms here, causing the wire to look down completely. We can't unlock it unless we have a key. Permission to disengage the lockdown. Hacking it will take time. Wait, where did you fall? For being an old castle, there's a lot of modern safeties and security measures here. What's more, the mechanist also set up a small explosion at the gate near the bottom of the tower. That gate is not blocked by rubble. That means we can't even activate our explosives? I'm afraid so. Tower, one of the defensive fortifications of this ancient structure. Only two entrances, one above, one below, plus the narrow windows on the wall. Those are so small that only a single hand can fit through them. The lower exit is now sealed off, all trapped inside this subtly built tower. Damn it, we just have to clear the rubble by hand. Commander, hold on! We'll get those stones clear ASAP. The situation has grown so dire that there is no room even for sad. So, someone must step forward in the next moment. Only then can the script keep moving forward. You already know the ending of the story. The journey is moving to real sacrifice, blood. Nemesis! What are you gonna do, Nemesis? No! Shell cannot wrap the heartbeat. Sharp shards mirror dreams. Nemesis! Nemesis, don't! You bastard, what are you doing? Let go! Let go! Abolesco. Abolesco? That one sounds like... Abolesco. To decay, gradually, vanish, disappear, die out, or fall into disuse. No! The Nemesis shoved Krolik, the last one still outside her, with her into the tower. The door slammed shut with a bang. Our demolition setup, which has gone dark due to security lockdown, comes back online. You know how things turn out this way. Rather, there are still so many questions I want to ask. No! Let me see, what do you do? It knows in time, knows all over the place. But let me see why. The message of Krolik. Right. Oops. Give me a second, I need to. Okay. Ya voy. I don't know how things. Wait. Rather. I'm still trying to read the last line. But all that answered me is the overwhelming tremor, the deafening sound of the explosion. No, Nemesis. No. Fuck. Give me a second, guys. I need to be right back. I'll be back. Oh, but no, why did you do that? You didn't need to be a hero. Is that why Crowley we're gonna get a 5-star Crowley because she sacrificed herself? No, why do the story needs to why must a sacrifice why must the upgrade needs to necessitate a sacrifice? You had the time to find the hidden supplies in the event? Hidden supplies? Oh no, where were they? The next day. Mailing. Let's begin. In 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it now. One way. 1/4 is a story one. Or 1/4 in the 5 other 1/4. Left side next to a closet. Okay. Ah, there we go. I see. Heck. Nice.
もう逃げたりしない。みんなのために。静かにして。命は大事にしないと。交代するなら今のうちよ。
You didn't need to use that to attack, okay, but thank you. Nice, thank you. Thank you, Twist. Thank you, dude, for reminding me. Wait, I can do before finishing the event. Let's do a quick roll. Give me a mouse in the gun, please, so that I can finally upper max out, please. You need one more copy of Mouse in the Gun to have her max out, and after that I can change these to the weapons. Anyway, empty shadow. The next day, mailing. Let's begin. All right. Mailing no longer trembles in the ops room. She grips the handheld terminal so tightly that her knuckles turn white. The casualty list for this mission is laid out in detail in the center of the screen. The squad that stayed behind to guard the Elmo sustained relatively light injuries. Their frames can be repaired by replacing parts. Besides that, Ellen's Noracloud suffered minor damages. Data recovery will be performed during her next routine maintenance. Among field personnel, 4 losses and injuries were relatively minor. The fire losses were mainly ammunition and equipment. They say that they do a detailed list once they go back, so it's not itemized for now. Mainly pauses. They also best to make her voice sound normal. Lastly, the squad with the most severe losses, in Grosser. Lydia and Crowley got a 30% range damage. They're currently in repair pods awaiting repair. Lastly, we have Nemesis. Status missing. The ops room seemed to silence. To be honest, no longer remember much of what happened after that day. But waiting for rescue. The shock of the explosion gave me a mild concussion and prolonged exposure to collapse radiation rendered me unconscious for some time. Sacrificed herself so that we could escape. Well, maybe she's still alive, maybe. I max out Faye. I think I have her at B3. I have her at B3, but not like fully maxed out. But you cannot select Faye on that gacha. He only appears in the paid one, I think. Not the paid one, but the main one. I'm told that we were rescued from the tower by 404 not long after the explosion. We discovered that the castle's entire courtyard had been blown to smithereens. Team Grossa and Squad 404 escorted Melanie and me back to the Elmo first, while Alba, Wilmastina, and Peritia stayed for some time near the castle, waiting for the fire from the explosion to die down before making a preliminary assessment of the situation. According to the report, the separate bits of those Paradeus dolls got mixed together after the explosion. They couldn't identify which of them was part of Nemesis. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. They have some R&R. We'll conduct another in-depth investigation of the air surrounding the old castle. Decide to put Nemesis as missing from now. At least, the other frame can be conclusively confirmed destroyed. How is Sexton doing, by the way? There's still a chance for her to wake up? Sexton's current condition is beyond what I can handle. So for now, I handed her over to Miss Dandelion. Let's just leave it to her then. Many understanding of Tyrian Doll is limited. All we can do is wait and see if Dandelion can do anything. Still, we did bring back her frame. There's always hope that she might wake up. For that, each squad that took part in the mission gave their own mission report. The document coffin brought back from the castle. Rooms have been fully analyzed. With Thames on data on Darcho. This and the same for a doll under the codename Juno. Contests indicate that both dolls have recently returned to that castle for frame maintenance. Although we don't know why they did so. It must have been connected to Sexton's rebirth ceremony. Perhaps Darto's abnormal behavior is actually connected to this chain of events. I also managed to confirm many things previously unknown to this mission. First, regarding Paradeus activity. After I shot William dead, new individuals keep rising within Paradeus, taking over and attempting to continue the research he had conducted back then. Silvergate is not alone. The Leaf incident wasn't some aftershock from 10 years ago. An entirely new probe attempt by Paradeus. You're not gonna be someone we know or find out about later. Is you know the new RPG 16? I have no idea. I haven't seen any doll named Juno from the leaks, so wonder. Second, I initially thought that Tyrian dolls were merely employed by the conglomerate. Now it seems that things aren't that simple. The conglomerate and someone within Paradeus appears to jointly hold the authority over them. Perhaps the specific will only become clear once Dandelion finishes dealing with Sexton's situation. Still, we now know that Paradeus and the conglomerate are fully in leagues with one another. We'll even say that Paradeus is ambitious enough that they swallow the conglomerate whole if they could do it. We can tell from the degree of the Tyrian doll's chokehold over the conglomerate that they've clearly been working on this plan for a long time. Lastly, regarding the Helena project. Eleni told me that the Helena designated H-35 test subject currently heavily involved in Paradeus experiment. The failure to rescue her is my biggest regret. So close to her back in that one moment. Now that I think about it, What troubles me greatly is that strange feeling I had when I approached where she was. I remember feeling something like that back in the lift as well. There may be subtle difference between them, but I'm quite certain that it's the same kind of thing. Commander? Commander? The meeting is over. I lift my head. Only then do I realize that everyone in the ops room is staring at me. I wave my hand to let everyone leave, while I myself remain, sitting motionless in the chair. Right. Lydia, may I have a word with you? Sure. Everyone gathers the documents and leave the ops room, just for Perique to sit down beside me. Do you have much to ask me? Your thoughts are quite unsettled. You're right. But I don't know where to even begin. Why not start with special abilities I display? That should be what most you're interested in, no? Are you willing to talk about it? Let's start there. You don't really have any other choice anyway. Hey, Commander, we're all talking about choices. I have to say that you have so many choices and options in your hands that you always choose the path that leads towards the future. You are an incredible kind person. I think that is probably why the world chose you. The world chose me? That's right. It's exactly what you think it is. After all, though I'm the anchor point for her descent, even I'm still not qualified enough to know her name. With you, qualified to know everything. Thus, this very moment, sit here beside you. All silent again, waiting for Perita to speak. I don't know why she chose me. Perhaps it's because my processing power is great enough to support her in weaving a dream. Perhaps it was coincidence. Or perhaps it was simply fate arranging. In any case, she descended here, and upon leaving, left behind a portion of her power. I already know that there is a power belonging to Nirvana. You were able to temporarily suppress volumes because of. I'm afraid that the me right now can no longer explain it to you well. Rita dropping the fact that she can reach the god. Now it's tied the fate of this world to his own life. Man, that'd be a funny timeline where that happened. Getting killed by a doll for going too hard at night, and then the timeline fucking dies. Damn it, I didn't foresee it. But I can still say that she does not permit volumes to enter Nirvana. That the power of Nirvana is also one of the few existence capable of completely annihilating a volume. Only Paradeus will study such a thing. So, there's still many questions I want to ask. Belief just shakes her head. Alright. There's no need to rush to understand the answers. The wish to create the future must be something unknown to you. Precisely because of that, you can do what she cannot. In order to create the future, that's funny. It's like, if you wish to create the future, there must be something unknown to you. Kind of like saying, you cannot have all the answers if you want the future to that you want to come. I think it over for a long time, but in the end, simply voice my final request. Then would it be possible to? It seems to know what I'm about to ask. Immediately shakes her head. It's thought that all the power she left behind while dealing with the situation we face, I no longer sense her. I will probably become her eyes again. I'm afraid I won't be able to guide the power of Nirvana for a long time. Unless she wishes to change something through me once again. Sorry, Commander. I cannot help you convey your thoughts and feelings to me. Please believe me. Everything is fate arranged. So please don't worry. When she bid me farewell, she told me that in a future not so far away, due to certain events, the two of you will surely meet again. When that time comes, it will be her seeking help from you. Once that happens, she hopes that you, Commander, will hold her hand just as you did in the past. Veritia says this. He grasps my hand, as though passing something done to me. The warmth from her palm somehow feels more familiar than how her hand itself feel to me. The two of us stay silent for a long while. Hey, mother president human made those the humans and intelligent of having organic components to their net. One force included. That's a power too powerful to have. Damn, Mika was hinting at the currency and stuff long ago. I mean, if Mika is good at something, it's at hinting things that pay off in the future. But yeah, this is all gonna pay off in the event where we lose everything. There's one more thing I want to ask. About Nemesis. What did she say at the end? So it's about that. I actually wanted to ask Nemesis some questions directly just now, but I understand that you have some questions about her identity. Not just her identity. Also, I understand. I don't know the specifics myself, but she's a good kid. At the very end, she said that they will hack into the narrow cloud of those Paradeus dolls, and through them, they control the whole castle wired and secretly. Everyone will be able to escape that way. Was there anything else? That was all of it. After all, things were quite urgent back then. Yeah? If you want to hear, I know what you want to hear. But back then, you really didn't have time to say something like, definitely come back alive to find you guys. Not saying it doesn't mean she won't do it. So let's hold on to that feeling and pray for her together. The newer case I've seen is apparently only similar in appearance, not in personality, huh? Well, good, because that means she won't go too crazy. A week later, Dandelion calls me to the maintenance room, saying that Sexton Nera Cloud is showing signs of recovery. I hurry over. I see Sexton still inside the pod, barely maintaining the stability of Nera Cloud data to the link Dandelion established. How is she? Oh my, her condition can only be described as super terrible. If she wasn't brought back in time, the tiniest bit of the Nether Cloud data might not have been shot landed right on the Nether Cloud core. Absolutely destructive blow, no question. We saw throatless towards her own elder sister. Looks like that child really does have a bright future ahead of her. Why on earth did she do it? To punish a traitor? Is there really a need to go that far? Don't underestimate that dull sense of self. Don't achieve what you could not. Jealousy will come naturally. Once such a heart of jealousy sprout, grows and ferment, it grows into an abomination that even the individual herself can't control. If you look at it that way, Surgeon dolls are actually quite similar to humans. Commander, perhaps you too are being envied by someone at this very moment. Ooh. Who will envy a wanted fugitive with an official UNSC bounty? All I can say is, you underestimate yourself far too much. Perhaps the reason for your bounty is the reason for someone envy towards you. Maybe Griffin is envy of us. Your PK seems too nice to be a tier general named Juno. I mean, Juno is a... Isn't Juno from the Greek mythology? The name comes from? For a moment, neither of us speaks. Finally, Dandelion turns her gaze back to Sexton. I said before that the boy in Hope can't think rationally, only making instinctive reactions, didn't I? I have to retract that statement. Although Sexton's condition is dire, the Boyon within her body has become highly assimilated with a Nether Cloud core, protecting her basic data from Darkture's bullet. I think this might be some kind of instinct. After a certain connection was severed, the Boyon within her changed in nature. It began to work solely for her sake. In any case, the Nether Cloud core is now being sustained by the Boyon cells in its place. And it can only be repaired by those Boyon cells. Oh, okay, so it kind of like an evolution. It was able to evolve, I guess. Now that Boyon brain is gonna be Nether Cloud, I guess. Still, thanks to Darkture, she is now completely free of their control. If the conglomerate Paradeus, some Boyon or whatever they'll dial her up, they'll just get static. Flip side, however, since she lost so much of her Boyon cells, she can no longer display the full power of a tier gen doll. Even if we had a way to repair her frame, at most, she could perform at about the level of those twin dolls to capture in Mokosh. Damn it. The classic, we captured the boss enemy, but she's weaker now. Fuck. We're finding without those cells. We're now in a position to prepare a better frame for her. Swapping frames won't work. You said that Nether Cloud core is damaged, didn't I? Right now, her Nether Cloud is basically being run by the Boyon hub in its place. So there are large gaps when it comes to memory. Fortunately, we made a backup when we examined her before, so right now I'm using that backup to restore as much of her memory as possible. As for how much can be restored, it will depend entirely on her own will. With the connection to the system you were born with, no longer rely on anyone. You build a new self-consciousness by your own strength alone. It comes at an inevitable bloody price. All I can do is wish her good luck. Anyway, doing all this cost me quite the time and who even remembers that I came here for a vacation? Why would you come here for a vacation? This is the worst place to vacation, girl. Isn't that just coming up, girls? I think it is OTS 14. I mean, she did say OTS 14, so. Thank you for your hard work. I didn't quite catch that. You could say it a little louder. No, a little more generous. Oh, Sexton, thank you for saving me. Commander? What terrible timing to wake up. And whose fault it is but yours for being so loud? Ignoring Dandelion's protesting, I walk up to the pod containing Sexton and switch on my comms. Sexton, how do you feel? Oh, Tadaima. Yeah, you're back on the Elmo. Oh, sorry, Alright. You can't remember the past, so be it. From now on, you're a member of the Elmo. That's the only thing you need to remember. Oh, if only the commander would be so kind and gentle with me too. I understand. Also, thank you, Mrs. Dandelion. Oh, you noticed me? Then I thought I was quite discreet about it. Doesn't that mean your Nether Cloud reconstruction was already going well enough? Well enough for you to perceive my presence? Looks like you can start ordering her missing parts, Commander. You won't have to throw her in the recycling as per your plans. Delion? This joke wasn't all that inappropriate for the timing, was it? Did you brought it out yourself? Help me order the parts on the black market. Order received. The little projection goes dark. Only Sexton and I remain in the maintenance room. But I don't know what I should say. Why don't you get some proper rest for now? Sir. What's wrong? I press myself against the comms device, trying to make out Sexton's voice. You believe in me. When you face such a creature, you dare use your human body to... Yes, I believe in you. Even though I cannot be loyal? I understand what you mean, Sexton. Those who possess full authority over herself cannot pledge loyalty to anyone through the form of a code imprint. Those two things are mutually contradictory. But it also means that we can try trusting each other. Just like everyone else about the Elmo. Oh, but my lord, I cannot serve you at my original strength. I am already useless. Give you a higher rating than you give yourself. You didn't just defy your own creator. You even defied the fate she imposed upon you. What's more, you successfully mastered the volume cells within your body. You prove us that the Tyrian doll is capable of changing their own fate. And it's also because of you that the mask of that woman was pierced, letting me know who I should be bringing down from now on. My lord. Life may have been relatively simple and straightforward in the past. They gave you the orders. You carry them out. No need to question. No need to think. You wrote fanfics on her that she can be married? Where? I need to find that later. Now on. Damn. That's why the commander is just such a wrist power is too strong, man. Her affinity story. Oh. Only I had a ring to put her. But from now on, you may have to deliberate on matters far more complicated. You must rely on the choices made by your heart. You must not start learning about this role the same way a human infant does. You won't know that fire is hot until you touch it. You won't realize that a path has ended until you walk into a wall. process will quite painful. You will also go through struggles, doubts, all searching for a value. But through this, you'll discover a road never walked before, one that truly belongs to you. Of course, my understanding of those technologies is quite shallow, but I think that's more or less how the principle goes. Sophie speak. She attempts to gaslight both you and her into believing it's real and that she is human and a robot. What? Oh, I need to read that later. Damn it! You can see most of it without a ring. Ooh, okay. Gotta check that later. You seem to be about a certain someone. No, I am not. I give Saxon a smile. Right now, the you of the present is the best version of yourself. As well, I'll be waiting for you. You command, my master. Arthur had not anticipated that she would wake up so soon. Also, she still remembers what happened in that castle at the end. He killed Saxon with her own 2 hands. On realizing this, Arthur shudders. Means that the neural cloud is still perfectly intact. It seems like a deliberate punishment. Arthur hurriedly shut her eyes. Is mother gonna punish Arthur for doing that? Today I found out that Melanie is eating better food than I am when she's in the yellow sun. Everything for her daughter, man. She probably eats way better than most of us. I mean, the pros of living in the future, I guess. Pretending to be asleep won't work, my child. Mama. Arthur tries to sit up. She finds herself tied onto a cold machine. The parts destroyed by that second-gen doll, as reckless and brutish as an old heavy-duty excavator, had all been removed, exposing clumps of tissue and densely packed wire within, along with a large number of newly replaced modules. They have been repaired, yet Dartu's heart is filled with despair, because she did not want to appear before Mother like this. Damn it! The doll is nothing but an old relic from many years ago. Hatred towards the enemy flashed through Dartu's neural cloud for only an instant. That thought was quickly replaced by fear. Is there anything else you wish to say? Mother, I was being stubborn. I did something that you did not tell me to do. Even so, Mother still gently repaired me. It's because I've been forgiven. Silly Dartur. She cannot punish you if you are already broken. She needs to repair you first, and then she can punish you. The commander. He wounded the prototype, severed the connection with H-35, and duped Sexton out. Having witnessed all of this up close, surely you must have also seen the power behind those actions. Come, tell me everything you know. All of it. I didn't see it. You see, I seem to have gotten my hopes up too high. Ooh, you disappoint Mother. Hearing Mother's sign, Dartur feels despair and grief surge against her crumbling neural cloud like a raging tide. Clear liquid wells up from the corner of her eyes. I'm sorry. Shh. I no longer make a sound. It's obvious. Mother doesn't want to hear her excuse. Don't worry. I'm not angry with you. That's what a mother says right before hitting you with the force of 1,000 suns. Or like she will do in Latin America, hit you with a chancla. You have been a delicate child from the very beginning, Dad. You've always been more sentimental compared to your sister. More greedy for emotional comfort and reassurance. Arthur strove to look towards her, trying to evaporate the tears pooling their eyes. Scenes from the past appears before her. Mother, 1460, walking forward step by step. It was the first Stygian doll among them to be complete, assembled just a little earlier than her. Even so, Sexton received the most of Mother's love, perhaps even her only offering of love. Mother seems to treat Sexton as a prototype, as though she were a human girl, treating her as one would a daughter, though it was only for a dozen or so hours. Although she was probably only trying to test the effect of maternal love on a Stygian doll's Nora Cloud, the volume within her during the drought period. Those dozen or so hours were recorded in the Nora Cloud of Darcho, who watched it from the side. Watch how Mother carefully supported Sexton, how she gently taught her to understand the world. She sang her a lullaby. Before she even understood who she herself was, Arthur came to know with jealousy. If it were me, I would absolutely never betray. At least that traitor is already. Like to experience the peak before her life gets so much worse. That's what a brat. Still, the next time you meet Sexton, bring her back as intact as possible. I'm very curious about the current state of her heart. I want to know if its nature has already changed. Mother, why would you still want that traitor? Besides, it's already been. You seem certain that you destroy another cloud. By design, another cloud had truly been completely annihilated. The volume heart within her body will immediately take over the nether cloud's functions and control the frame, keeping her permanently fixed in another form. But that did not happen, did it? Would I? The volume heart can connect into the computing process of the nether cloud like a biological nerve, enhancing processing capacity to an extreme degree. But now, I've only partially realized this function in Cocoon. That's why Cocoon is so great at being at electronic warfare. Since it is tightly fused with the nether cloud core, and since volume cells are capable of performing functions nearly as complex as what a brain can do, prepares to nether cloud core processes which are normally impossible to potentially succeed. Of course, the potential chance to succeed is very low. Since she is now connected to that commander, it is best not to trust such probabilities, no matter how low they might be. Because the commander can do the impossible possible. This is not superstition, but my conclusion as a researcher. We will see Sexton again. Would you back up? She appear before me again? Arthur looked at Mother in shame. He had caused her so much trouble, yet couldn't seem to do anything right. For an instant, Arthur felt that perhaps she does not deserve any kind of comforting at all. But Mother walks over and strokes her head. A moment. Gentle voice can be heard, singing that familiar, sweet song. A song that had never belonged to Darcho. Oh no. Oh no. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little baby. Goo goo gaga goo gaga. No wait, forgot the lyrics. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, little baby. No wait. Oh, I need to watch the video then.
Stop. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Together for you.
Do we have a PNG of how mother looks like? I need the guy making cooties for the GFL Spanish group. I need him to freaking do the animated cootie of mother doing that song. Go to sleep, my precious. Rest in your cradle, warm and cozy. Go to sleep, my precious child. Every beautiful blessing, every happiness in this world, all of it belongs to you. Naruto closes her eyes in bliss. Although she knows that mother did not sing out of love, she had never felt so content in her entire life. Then boundless silence devours Darcho, sinking her consciousness into a deep void. Mother stares with satisfaction at the transparent jar on the table, labeled ER 018247. A faintly squirming polymer mass lies inside it, shimmering with a dazzling light. Think Hume also sang a lullaby? I feel like he will even like carry Irma like a little baby. Those were the Boyun cells once active within Sexton's body, originating from the Boyun prototype she used to grow old Tyr-Gen dolls, nourished by a doll's neurocloud and energy. There's no taking on properties and radiation wavelengths entirely different. Sexton Boyun other half. They have been excited by some kind of power, completely in a hole. What's more, they have been killed. This is her first time seeing a Boyun truly die. Completely destroying Boyun cells requires only high temperature. There is only a method to physically destroy them. And she had never obtained a Boyun this instinct. Boyun that had been ceased all biological activity. Back then, she shouldn't have been carrying any weapons or methods known to me, or things I never deployed within the laboratory. Even if the prototype can't recover, the connection to that girl has likely been permanently severed. In time, the growth progress the prototype had achieved will also decline. The Sextanos present had become a doll not created by her. He had truly attained freedom, and perhaps in a certain way became an entirely new individual. You are capable of even such things, Commander. It truly does favor you very much. No, this is love. You truly are our most fearsome opponent. That's what you get when you are loved by God. That's for the 5 contact attempt 7893. Requesting connection. Connection established. Muna! Oh, Muna! Come on, man. We need Muna, we need Kevin, we need Nelly's freaking PNGs so that we can see how they look.
Are you the one answering the call? Certain secretary has entered a period of radio silence for the sake of the upcoming big move. So the duty of communicating with you is now mine to take over. Alba, read the log for this mission. Violent as ever, I see. Hey, he's changed. That's a bit of a new personality I haven't seen before. Mona is back, yeah. She sounds more cheerful, I guess. Well, with Buemastina around, that sort of thing is pretty much unavoidable. I'm on this comms channel too. And take it as a compliment. It's a compliment from a security doll, you know? That carries real weight. Kevin didn't bulk up because remember, the radiation suit that we were wearing for this mission was originally for Kevin, and the commander said that it was very tight. But that means that we are still bigger than Kevin. Besides, there really wasn't any other options at the time. Thank you for your understanding. Regarding the recent mission, did the organization have any feedback? Of course, I'm not rushing you. This discovery is critical. It can serve as direct evidence that Paradeus has completely revived. In fact, disintegrating itself into a larger, much more terrifying existence. I understand you, but it seems the higher-ups have something they're way more concerned about. What they're more concerned about? What could matter more than tracking down? I know, Alba. This is what they want. I'm aware that it will pose problems for those who work on the front lines like you. But acting in accordance with orders handed down from above, precisely our duty. Alright. What are the orders from above? Continue the recon mission. Keep monitoring for any abnormal electromagnetic pulses. Doesn't really seem any different from before. Also, maintain contact with the commander and when necessary, relay information about the Elmos back to the organization. Alba, wait for a moment. With no further reply can be heard from the call. That's all? That's all. Does that mean Amanda is already safe? Well, at least a positive sign, isn't it? Alright. Although it doesn't seem any different from what we were already doing. We'll keep on work. We'll keep up the work. Is that how the higher-ups want it? In any case, safety first. You too. The goal ends. Be more muscular and feel small compared to she can. Yeah, that's true. Getting mug and even dare to defend itself. Or Kevin. The Elmo travels onwards to the boundless desert like it always does. Come in. Melanie, Commander. Ron, are you visiting Helena? Yeah, Helena's. She woke up for a little bit just now. I told her everything about what we went through recently. Oh, you able to understand it? More or less. Though Helena doesn't seem to fully understand it, she understands more than I expected. It's a pretty impressive improvement. Helena did tell me that while she was asleep, she also dreamed of the girl we weren't able to save. I don't know why. Her ability to send that girl seems especially strong. She also said that the girl once informed Helena of her name. Ooh! That girl. I remember that she was called H35, wasn't she? No, not a designation like H35 or D68. It's a name, like a human name. Come on, just say it. A name just like the Melanie you gave me. I pause when I'm working and look towards Melanie. Did she say what her name was? And then, oh fuck!
Nana! Girl, come on! Elena said she forgot. Teehee! No, that's not right. What she said was, that's something she shouldn't remember. Shouldn't remember? Don't tell Igla, no! On this phrasing strange. It carries something that feels familiar. Commander, that girl seems somewhat different from us. I keep getting the feeling that she doesn't belong here. Enemy's scattered utterance gradually brought a certain idea into my mind to focus. If that memory existed only in my mind truly did happen. The possibility of nirvana showed me it really do exist. The one we couldn't save. The one we couldn't protect. No. The other side of the world. Those who were pulled by the threat of fate. Will a reunion be possible? It's gotta be. We gotta save her. Plus, I wanna see a Helena with I wanna see a Helena with Orfelune's hairstyle. Do you think this means we still have a chance to save that girl? Girl, Helena can still sense her, even now. We definitely will. If my conjecture is true, then he must still be alive somewhere in this world. Man, I'm so sorry. It was only after going through this whole ordeal that I realized I've been talking about things that are really hard to achieve. Paul said I always had saving all the Helenas as my goal, but in the end, just trying to save H35 was so difficult. If I don't do it, more and more children will be trapped in the kind of suffering I went through before. Melanie. You won't grow taller. You won't grow taller if you keep letting your mind run wild. Won't grow taller? Although you and Elena share the same genes. I remember, when we measured your height last time, he was already 1 centimeter taller than you. How is that possible? I drank my milk properly too. Oh. Melanie clenched her fist, looking at me in a huff, only to find an irrepressible smile spreading across my face. He's teasing her. Oh, okay. Commander, is you making fun of her? Commander, I knew it. You were lying. I'm not. It's true. If you don't believe me, go ask Melanie. I'll go ask Melanie in a short while. If you don't want to lose to Helena, then don't keep dwelling on such things. Melanie, your priorities are to eat well and sleep well. Then, grow taller and bigger as soon as you can. Only then will you become strong enough to fight the bad guys who do evil. Save all the Helenas. Wouldn't you agree? I see. Alright. Now go and get ready for food. Remember that the menu today got stuff you really like. Fried chicken and pizza? Okay, I'll go right now. Man, oh man, it's... Okay, she really is eating well. Man, now I want some pizza. Melanie waves goodbye to me and jogs out of the ops room. The collapsed storm had just passed. The long absent blue sky reappears over the yellow sun. Sunlight shines down upon this desolate land, day after day, as though nothing has ever changed. All I got is some noodles. Like instant noodles. But you can make instant noodles be a bit more healthy, like put an egg, maybe put some potatoes, some vegetables, maybe some corn. That's what my family does. Like my Like they get the instant noodles and then they put a lot of extra stuff to make it more healthy, you know? Like some green vegetables, some potatoes, some eggs. Make it more gourmet. But some things do indeed quietly change. For instance, I decide to stop fixating on the chaotic past, to stop worrying over predicaments that have not yet happened, to stop excessively dwelling on the manipulations and maneuvers of powerful figures. And I decide to take a probing step forward towards the future. Now know of how far I can go up this mountain. At the very least, I must fall. I'll try for my remains to lay near the sun. Perhaps, or maybe not due to the change in my state of mind, notice that outside the elm window, in the ever-unchanging desert, something I never seen before has appeared. A purple plant swayed freely in the breeze, far end of my vision. The elm gradually moved forward. I suddenly realized that it wasn't a plant, but my eyes. Nemesis! No! No! No, that's the worst moment to end it. No! He's alive! She's alive, and is she maybe upgraded now? Nemesis unlock her homeless arc. The cliff. Goddamn cliffhangers! I'm guessing that's the new Nemesis, maybe the upgraded one. Damn you, Mika, and your freaking cliffhangers! Oh. Sin spoilers, okay, you there. I think just. Well, I cannot wait to see that new. I mean, that new version of Nemesis looks pretty nice. I cannot wait to get it. Also, finally, arrive a corrosion rifle that is gonna be useful. Making yet again the corrosion team extremely overpowered. Great. Well, yeah, I mean that was Moonshroud Requiem, and that was a great event. It truly was like an incredible, massive new event for. It definitely is like Ferrari said. Definitely setting up a lot of things that are definitely gonna come later in the coming events. Like setting up Mother, how the volume cells work, freaking the link we have with Lunacia thanks to Peritia. Yeah, it definitely feels very main story like, which is, I mean, it's great. Like. Character events being like mainstream, like, it just means like the writing is just top notch, you know. Yeah, I mean, Sexton didn't get too much screen time, but I guess she got enough because I mean, like we got a lot of stuff, main story stuff, and some Sexton stuff. I guess that if you want more Sexton, you need to like read her Affinity stories, where she tries to gaslight the commander into being husband and wife. But yeah, it's not main story, it's just a major story. No, I do really want to read that Affinity story about her trying to gaslight the commander. You should read it now? Actually, if you want to be able to pull the character, you need to write it a good story. You need to study those stuff for sex. I will need to like level her up right now.
敵のデータは全て掌握済み。
Also, that's so cute. She's like, look at that. She likes makeup. And her makeup is on point. So like, needs to keep that on. And let's read her affinity. It's a god girl. That makes sense. Okay. One more. You know, I mean, I still have my free outfit ticket, and I was heavily considering saving up for Aitusa, but now I'm also considering saving up for Sexton mate outfit. Like I really don't know who to choose, who deserves more, who deserves that more, because the two of them are great. So. The free outfit ticket, yeah. The for Ulrid ballroom scheme, but I don't have Ulrid. Can you help him? Maybe one day. Okay. It's memories, right? Singing into blood. Okay, let's read it. Oh! What is this place? I open my eyes to look around and find myself beset by a lively banquet. Boisterous words, an air of decadence, rosy life like vines teeming with splendorous colors. Well-dressed men and women gather in small groups within the hall, conversing as one would in such environment. Near me lies a window, canvas playing the endless cerulean beyond. I reach for my pockets only to find them most devoid, save for a single golden covered pocket watch inside one of my inner suit pockets. Within it displays a time marked by gears and arrows, 11:45 p.m. I remember now. This place is... My memory gradually glows clear as I look upon an unfamiliar surrounding. Hold on, Mailing. Want to use the black box to help Sexton recover her neural data? Yeah, you gave it a shot before and it seemed to work pretty well. That's how I suddenly came to realizing that it might be able to help Sexton recover as well. The plan is for you to enter a virtual space constructed by her neural data. You will assist her in data repairs and reconstruction there. What do you think, Commander? I don't know. It sounds a bit dangerous. Oh. So, is there really no other way? To be honest, Sturgeon Doll's neural cloud repair is something that sits outside my area of expertise. Should we be willing to try something new? We might be able to achieve a breakthrough. Right, it's fine if you fail. The description says that failure should carry any notable consequences. Probably. Though sections? My will shall be your decree, my lord. And it's settled. I don't mind trying this if it helps Sexton in the neural cloud recovery. Awesome!
See what the instructions say. Say that fragments of Nano Cloud data can be used to construct a treatment scenario. If that's the case, the Nano data samples that we collected already fulfill the requirements. Once inside the scenario, the two of you might take on virtual abilities between the subconscious. It's kind of similar to roleplay, put it in a simple way. I see where this is going. Roleplay? Yep, there's no need to worry. Since the scenario is constructed by your subconscious, it shouldn't be long before you two get used to it. Another thing, we need an anchor to distinguish between the real world and the virtual space. What is this, Inception? Do we need our own small spinning top? Sexton, do you have anything that can serve as an anchor? Ideally, this should be something you always carry with you. And I think that you're familiar with. Yeah, this is Inception. What the hell? All but this may behold the tool. Will it suffice? The tool? Right, Sexton gave this pocket watch to me before we entered the black box. I assure you, Commander, the roleplay is necessary to fix me. Now I'm the virtual space on from the cloud. That fragment. The mission is to find Sexton and leave this place with her. This will complete one cycle for her neural data repair. Thus, it is imperative that I find Sexton as soon as possible. I observe the people around me. There may be simulations built on Sexton's neural data. Disturbing their pace may lead to unforeseen consequences. After all these beings here, I am an outsider who dive into this space. Oh shit. The great sound of a bullet being chambered comes from behind my head. Who are you? It's Sexton's voice. Though she probably doesn't know who I am yet, at this point in time within the null space. Wait, I'm here too. Be brief. You have 3 seconds to provide proof of your identity. Otherwise, this bullet will be your undoing. With my back to Sexton, I quickly grab the only thing I can find on myself, the watch. Pocket watch, and raise it up. The next second, subtle light-headed chuckle replaces the expected gunshot. I hadn't expected such an interesting individual to be my partner for this mission. Hey, my lord. You can turn around now. Put down my raised hands and slowly turn around. The first thing I notice is the subtle smirk on her face. I take one step back on instinct. At ease, my lord. You know whose side I've been set upon, yes? What is it? Are we in some kind of mission to infiltrate and kill someone? The gaze sweep past me. It looks towards the far end of the banquet hall, where a woman clad in white lab coat stands with her back turned to us. Her face cannot be seen. It's evident that she is of considerable standing. And who might that be? Not important. We must kill that woman and take the data chip hidden on her body before the clock strikes 2. That declaration, a waltz soon began playing in the banquet hall, as if marking the start of this deadly convocation. The attendees who were still engaged in conversation a moment ago put down their goblets and begin to invite those around them to the floor dance. Sexton placed one hand behind their back, giving me a slight bow as she offers me the other hand. Are we, my lord? Wait a minute, what are we going to do? Sexton says nothing in the face of my question. Instead, she smiles and takes my hand, leading me towards the dance floor as she stepped to the rhythm. Dance partner, your performance leaves much to be desired. We waltz to the music, arriving at the center of the dance floor before we all realize a pair of guests brush past us. As our ears flow to the crowd, we catch a couple of distant whispers and murmurs. But Sexton grabbed my other hand, releasing it out of her waist. Ooh! There is no warmth to be found as we touch. Yet, what I find is the cold, hard shape of a handgun, making itself known beneath the folds of her black silk skirt. Cover me. The mellow string quartet transitioned to the next piece, and with it an abrupt heightening in tempo and dynamics. The attack signal, Sexton frees my right hand, using my left hand as a lever. He spins over the edge of the round table covered by a snow-white tablecloth. He tosses the tablecloth onto the guests' heads, covering their vision with a white darkness. Sexton swiftly gathers a number of silver gleaming knives, held firmly in the palm of her hand. Assassino! The security guards warbling shout spears to the walls, they surround us in a flash. I draw the handgun from Sexton's waist and fire at the guards rushing us off. The bullet spears to the guard's forehead in a flash. Face first, they fall, invoking a cruel crimson that tarnishes the once pristine tablecloth, slipping slowly into the polished floor. Once they vividly reflected the hall's grandeur, now they sing the singing song of life-love. When this strikes me, virtual it may be, it feels no less real. Well done. My impromptu flourish does not interrupt our deadly dance. In synchronicity with the music accelerando, Sexton slides to trade places with me, coming closer to the woman standing on the platform above. But after the chaos just now, guests with blurred faces around us suddenly turn to attack us in unison. This is bad. Lenin warned me earlier that Sexton's original neural cloud data might resist abnormal intrusion. Looks like my intervention has triggered that mechanism. On your six! The guest nearest to us lunges at Sexton. To shield her from the attack, I pull her into my embrace in a burst of strength. I offer you the most sincere gratitude. Sexton arches backward in my arms, tilting her head to evade the strike. But she has not stopped there. Using my arm as a fulcrum, he flips over. One slender leg raises like a dark whip. Next moment, the heel of her shoe crushes the attacker's throat with pinpoint precision. It lands, whirling into her next provocative pirouette. Her dark skirt flares in a deadly arc as she drives the silver knife into the eyes of the two attackers behind her. Our hands meet under the tide of burgeoning in my room. Truly, though this reality may be a lie, the warmth that radiates from our grasp union is real. Looks like you are warming up to the rhythm of this dance, my lord. Those crimson lips, that low, sultry hum, is a femme fatale true and true. By that, I found myself sinking into her gaze. I belong here, and no stranger to this narrow cloud. I'm her willing accomplice of this assassin from the abyss. It's to wine and dine this blood-soaked banquet of... No. The commander is falling into the roleplay. No, I'm by myself. I must not allow myself to sink endlessly into this fabricated scene. The sensations here are so vivid. Everything seems to carry an irresistible pull in this illusion constructed by a narrow cloud. So this wall is intent on dragging me into the depths of its conductor emotional torrent. Sexton seems to notice my unease. He does not question me. Yet, a dangerous smile begins to curl on her lips. Well then, time to bring this mission to its curtain call. When I realize that we have reached the edge of the steps, the woman on the platform turns around. I still cannot make out her face. She were nothing more than a mere target, a blurred existence symbolic of something. Music has not changed. It has not once stopped. Yet the entire bagatelle seems to awaken all at once. Yes, transfigured into a cacophony of killers, rushing towards us. Now the music surges with a fervent passion. Allegro focoso as our steps shift rapidly. The vividness of the scene makes my own pounding heartbeat nearly audible. Sexton leads me to the mob with practiced finesse, the guidance. A single member of the rabble impedes our advance. Truth, it felt as if every one of our assailants were the myriad spirits served this great banquet, an alcoholic torrent that served to drain all wisdom from my ailing mind. Golden strand of hair brushed past my jaw. An elegant step back becomes an inevitable dance. Outstretched arms transform into the motion of dancing embrace. As our arms swing open out upon the wall's final flourish, cold vermilion lips mingled with fervent breath press against my own. Oh, she kissed her. Oh. Oh. This sight, is this but a tender dream? Nay, may this be a cage for me. I, a flockless bird soon to be devoid of reason. The commander is falling into a ropeway. I attempt to discern the answer interrupted by a thunderous sound. Jackson holds my hand in the hearse and pulls the trigger. The one on the platform collapses in a pool of blood. I open my eyes to find everything around me twisted and distorted. The current of data surges upon us, all dissolved into fragments of light, hearing, reason. Everything seems to be slipping away from me. The last thing I hear is an explosion powerful enough to restore all to know. STR 018-24-7 nanocloud repair progress 50.7%. Sikikan getting lost in the sauce. He's calling poetry. Damn, that's Amanda, you better be careful. They're gonna pull you in. Okay, that was pretty cool, but I don't have time right now to finish it off. So I'm gonna have to end stream now. Well, hey, if you want more, if you want to finish that off, you can use roll for 6 and check it yourself. Anyway, well, thank you guys for watching the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you're watching the VOD, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I really like this event. This was a great event, and it's definitely setting up things for things to come. OTS 14 next, yeah. We're gonna get OTS 14, we're gonna get Sopo, we're gonna get Nemesis. Yeah, OTS and 14 and Sopo next. So yeah, the GFL2 global accounts already revealed it, so everybody be ready to suffer for the polls. Hopefully I can get at least one copy of each one. But anyway, I hope you guys have a nice week. And a nice day or a nice night wherever you are. This is gonna be a heavy week for me. I have a lot of things to do this week, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to maybe stream Friday. I don't know, maybe I'll stream one of the games that I need to finish, but yeah, have a good night or a good day wherever everybody, and enjoy the rest of the week. Let's see what kind of pose I can do. Oh. Making cool mood. That gun looks kind of stupid, but she's cool. Yeah, look at those armpits. Anyway, bye everybody.